I want to show you a screw driving tool that works differently than anything you've ever seen. When you're driving screws, you know how frustrating it can be to have a screw kick off your bit. You might ding whatever you're working on, and you wind up with screws on the ground. If you've ever used self-drilling screws to fasten into steel, you know how handy they can be. You can make a strong connection in the field with minimal fabrication. But these screws can be challenging to work with. People typically use a magnetic bit to drive these screws, but as you're installing them, you'll notice that the screws can fall off pretty easily. The magnet on this bit will attract metal shavings, and that makes matters worse. Now, when you're working on a ladder or overhead, that can be pretty challenging. Here's a new tool from New Revolution Tools that works very differently. Instead of using a magnet, this driver will hold the head of a screw mechanically to keep it from falling off the bit. Operation's very simple. Just push the screw into the bit. You see that sleeve came forward and that locked the screw onto the bit. You can see how well that's held. Now watch as I install this screw. When the screw is almost all the way in, the driver will automatically release. And the driver is now ready for another screw. Now sooner or later you need to back some screws out. And if you're using a magnetic bit, you'll find that as you back the screw all the way out, you need to wiggle it to pull it out of the hole. And in some cases you're going to need a pliers. With the driver from New Revolution Tools, this happens very nicely. The driver will re-engage the head of the screw, so you can just keep the motor spinning and pull that screw right up and out. Again, to summarize, operation of the tool is very straightforward. Simply push the screw in, drive that screw, and then it's ready for another one. Easy to use and highly productive. Find out more at newrevolutiontools.com.